everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their mind. It's the Lions going up against the Packers. Now we'll go down to Ford Field for this matchup.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're getting set for an NFC North matchup.
Hey guys, this is Lambo 1919 with the NFL Today CFM. Welcome into another broadcast. This is Week 17 of the year 2023. Just wrapping up another full season here with the NFL Today CFM. Got some really good matchups coming up this week. Actually, a little later in the day, we've got the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins facing off for the AFC East division title. Those are two users controlling those teams, so that'll be a fun one to watch. Got some other stuff going on across the league. I know the Oakland Raiders or Los Angeles Raiders are looking to make the playoffs as well. Right now, it's looking like we've got 3 to 4 teams in the AFC, and we've got as many as 5 user-controlled teams in the NFC. So you're looking at 9 user-controlled playoff teams in a I believe we've got 13 users right now in our CFM. Anybody who's watched any of our videos, you know we keep a 16 team or 16 user max on our league. We want to keep things moving at a pretty good pace. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see how things shake out. But here we've got the 7-8 Detroit Lions against the undefeated Green Bay Packers. I was thinking about pulling out the starters, but I think I'm just going to roll with it, keep some momentum going into the playoffs, see if we can pull off another Super Bowl year here. So,
veterans think only good things are going to happen to them. So
guys, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, following CFMs, from a third-party view, feel free to like the channel, subscribe to it, like the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you can get some updates from the NFL Today as we keep moving forward. So. This team here, I'm telling you, it's almost not fair. This Green Bay Packer team I've put together, like I said, we're in the year 2023, so that's what, 7-8 years in. And they're 96 overall, just done a really good job of putting an awesome defense together. They're really, really stout. You're going to see me take a lot of chances, do a lot of blitzing. I trust my corners on the edge for sure. And just going to take a lot of chances in that regard and see if we can't get the Detroit Lions on their heels here early going.
The Packers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
Nice.
They're all over them behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 1.
Linebacker there, number 50, that's Vaughn. Actually drafted him, I believe it was in our 2nd or 3rd season. He's been on my Packers roster his entire career. He's been a 99 overall in my scheme for the last 4 years. Just an absolute beast on defense right there in the middle of what's typically the #1 defense in our league.
The Lions now on 3rd down. Just a week ago, they converted at a high rate in 3rd down situations. 3rd and 11. And they bring down the
very nice safety blitz there.
That's a 3 and out for the offense.
When you blitz on 3rd down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why.
Any questions you've got about our league, if you'd be interested in joining, feel free to just comment on this video down there at the bottom, or if you'd like information on a 32-user league, I've got buddies that primarily focus on that as well. We've also got podcasts. We do a visual podcast, an audio podcast. We've also got some really cool highlight reels that we've been putting together. You'll see me pause quite a bit during the course of this game and actually cut videos up for highlight purposes too. So, just so you know kind of what's going on there. It takes a little bit longer, but it's really cool. Then at the end of the season, you've got every game that you played, all the highlights from each game, and you can now put a season-long highlight reel together.
So if he goes out here today and plays a good solid game again today, we're gonna start talking about him differently here in the future.
See if we can get the run started early here. This running back, Donovan Taylor, he was projected as a 3rd-round pick. His true draft value was undrafted. Nobody was going to take him in the draft. I drafted him at the cornerback position. Pretty cool. He came in at a 59 overall, but he had excellent carrying ability, which told me he had played running back at some point in his college or high school career. Moved him over to running back, and he's led the league in rushing every year since. Nice defensive stop there. And this is actually a user-controlled team. Tom, who's actually out of town right now or busy with business, he couldn't play this game. But you'll see he's put a pretty stout team together, done a really good job of turning the Lions around. I mean, sitting at 7-8 is not bad. He's just done a really good job of putting a good roster together that's really tough, especially when you face the CPU. They're usually pretty stout.
The Lions lined up in the nickel. 2nd and 11.
So we're going to try to stay with the run here, make it a 3rd and manageable.
Keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
The Lions defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Finds his mark.
Looked to be a cover 4, maybe a cover 3. A little weak across the middle, overloading one side, so huge first down there. Yeah, cover 4. See if we can get the toss working here. And when I go to my strong toss, I like to go with a heavy set. Something I enjoy doing, putting an extra tackle in. Also throwing tight ends into the wide receiver positions. You can see they're blitzing off this left side. It doesn't look good right out of the gate, but let's see if we can come up with something here. Kick out block, got enough speed to get outside. It's a nice little run. First down. Got his stiff arm at a 99 now, which I'm telling you, a lot of people are down on the stiff arm this year, saying it doesn't work. It'll almost guarantee you 5 to 7 yards if you get your momentum in the right spot and throw that stiff arm. You can see if he hadn't been pushed out of bounds there by the other 2 tacklers, he was breaking that tackle with the stiff arm. I like to keep things simple. I'm a very straightforward, football style, I guess you could say. I move. I like using the stiff arm and the truck stick, and just try to always gain positive yards. So, again, guys, if you're just tuning in, my name is Lambo1919. I'm a member of the NFL Today CFM connected franchise. So, if you'd be interested in possibly joining, or you're wanting to hook up with another 32-user league, feel free to just comment on this video, and we'll get you some information with other guys who have 32-user leagues.
Red zone last week, they just feasted on that part of the field.
They're showing zone blitz. Let's audible to a screen pass. Actually, no, let's go with the counter. If they don't catch us off the knot, we're going screen. See how they adjusted? Here we go. Let's go with the screen pass. Beautiful. Set up perfect. You can see he's just an absolute animal. And this is on all Madden, so this isn't all pro. What you are seeing, though, are some players with some really stout attributes when it comes to the user-controlled teams in our league, man, and they really everybody's done an excellent job of putting very, very talented teams together. See if we can go over top. Nope, on there, we'll take it though.
And they've got a lead for themselves midway through the first, thanks to that touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good drive that time. It had a little bit of everything in it, and it just gives you tremendous confidence. As here we are halfway through the first quarter. Now you put
so we got a 3-and-out, went right down the field, 7-play drive, got on the board. So getting the ball back after halftime, and we're already in the driver's seat. Let's see if we can continue to dominate on defense. Again, this is week 17 of our CFM. Getting ready to start the playoffs. You can find every single NFL Today user-controlled game on YouTube, Ustream, or Twitch. If you'd be interested in following the league, just comment in the box below. We'll get you everybody's information. It's really cool. It's a great way to pass the time in the offseason, too, when there's not real football going on. So.
Showing different formations of plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive
Continue to fire away with a blitz
they're
here.
tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
Well, that's a bad business to be in. I know I'll get a lot of bad business.
Nice run there. Pick up 8 yards.
It's always good for the quarterback to really do a good job faking the pass right before the draw play. Get the defensive lineman up the field, get the linebackers dropping back for pass.
I like to come out in a zero coverage man blitz to kind of set as a base play. And I have audibles for 2-man under, single high coverage and a cover 3. So that's kind of how I view defense. Yeah, good defense there. Wow. Pass and play, and they lost, what, 5 yards? Yeah. 3rd and 7. Here we go. They're showing an 11 personnel, so we're going to come out in a dime look, come out in that same blitz.
It'll be 3rd down.
Let's see how they stack up here. Do we want to audible? Do we want to stay with the blitz? I say we stay with the blitz. Until they prove they can beat us on one of these deep corner routes. They're going with the run. Look at that. There's Vaughn again. He's just a monster. Hall of Fame caliber linebacker. It's funny, you know, I traded up that year and I got 2 picks in the top 10 that particular draft and gave up a lot to get them. And I drafted a defensive tackle named McKay, who's a 99 overall on my team, and also that middle linebacker. So basically got the best 2 defensive players in the draft that year, and they've been career-long players for me here in this CFM, which is really cool. Both, you know, I'm a firm believer in you want somebody at a 90 rating or above at each level in the defense, whether it's defensive line, linebacker, or safety. You'll also see if you look through our rosters on our Daddy League site, we've got 2 cornerbacks. Actually, the last I checked, they were the 2 best cornerbacks in our league. So it's something that I really focus in on as defense. I feel like I can help compensate on offense, but on defense, where there's so many computer players that are running around, I want them to be a lot better. You know, not necessarily better, but the better of the 2 that I choose as far as drafting or signing free agents, which I typically build through the draft. I've signed just a handful of backup free agents, but other than that, for the most part, it's just all drafting.
And right up near the top when it comes to yards per game. The Lions with a nickel look here on defense.
To me, this looks like zone. It could be single high man. So we're going to stick with the run. You can see they're overloaded to the right. We got a nice little zone run to the left. Let's see if we can get the second level right there. Nice little game.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time,
yeah, I'm going to try to throw them off with a little personnel here.
Nice job by the offensive line.
We're going to show a 4 wide set, so they may have to go to at least a nickel or a dime set, which they did. And now we've got the matchup that we want for a running play. However, I don't like how they're stacked. They may be firing off that backside. I'm pretty sure they are. So I don't like the way this looks. We're going to let the quarter run out. Make sure we don't get caught in something that we don't like. And what I may actually do, this is something that I really enjoy doing when it comes to offense. Anytime I get into a 3rd and short situation where somebody's looking to stop the run, because I am a run-heavy team, I love coming out in the empty set and just throwing them completely for a loop and just passing for the first down. I know you're saying, okay, well, you just need 1 yard. What are you doing passing the ball? In my opinion, it's easy to get 1 yard when you spread the defense out that far. So let's see what we can do here. There you can see, easy first down. Just too much field to cover.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
They're back at the line after that catch.
Looks like 2 men under to me. Let's stay with the run.
They'll run it here. And he's
pretty nice game.
At the 32-yard line.
You can see Donovan Taylor's just chipping away at this defense. 4, 5, 6 yards a pop every time. Let's try to catch them in a mismatch here. 2nd and 4. They're probably thinking, okay, they may run the ball. We're going to show an 11 personnel, but do it out of an empty set. So they're probably coming out in at least a nickel. And as we come out, you can see it's an empty set. We've kind of got the mismatch here. To me, this looks like a cover 3, so the drag route off of the backside will probably be our check down. However, if they do fire a blitz here, we may have something deep. Yep, definitely cover 3. Dump it underneath. First down. So essentially what I do on offense, guys, is I do a pre-snap read. You know, I kind of get an idea, and it's never 100% correct. Very, very rarely is it correct. But in that case, you can see I guess cover 3. I do a pre-snap read and then a post-snap read. You can see here the safety sliding up. This looks like single high man coverage to me. So if it is, now they'll move that safety back to try to disguise it, but he'll come right back up. It's either a cover 3 blitz or a cover 1, and It was definitely a cover 3 blitz. Look at this, breaking tackles. Herring's already 5 for 5 for 50 yards. That's my boy Griffin there. He actually leads the league. You can see that was a cover 3 blitz. So we did the right thing checking it down. He actually leads the league in receiving, has the last 3 seasons. Picked him up in free agency after another user dropped him. He had a receiver-heavy roster. This guy was a 78 overall, but he may have actually been a rookie. He was very, very young. And picked him up, and he was like 21, 22 years old. He was like a 76 overall, but he had excellent speed, excellent acceleration, excellent agility, and that's the type of receiver I'm looking for. A lot of guys look for those large receivers, the 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys, and they just want to chuck the ball up. Well, in my opinion, you got a 50% chance of that ball falling incomplete or being an interception. As where if you've got someone who's quick who can get open on these drags and slants, then in my opinion you've got a 70 or 80% chance of them catching it. So that's one of the things that I really do key in on. That was a nice goal line stop there. They were not fooled by that personnel. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and use another strong toss. This is our second of the half. We have a rule that you can only run 3 toss plays in general every half. Just because people have been abusing it online, and we do want to keep a simulation style approach to our game, to our season. Second rushing touchdown of the day for Taylor. Taylor's had a great year too. He's leading the league in rushing once again. Like I said, I think this is his 3rd or 4th year in a row he's done that. I know he's got, I'm not sure how many touchdowns he has. It may be up over 20 now. Just had a really good season. You can see he's built like a running back. I drafted him at cornerback. He was 59 overall. Moved him to halfback, and it put him at about a 67 or a 68, which isn't great, but when you look at his attributes, I thought I may be able to use him as a 3rd down spellback for Eddie Lacy. Well, I got to practice him with him and said, gosh, I think I can be way more productive with him than Eddie Lacy, so I put him in at the starting halfback position, and it was literally less than a year later we traded Eddie Lacy. So it's something that's worked out great. He's still young. He's 25 years old, so he's definitely got a shot at that career rushing title if our CFM goes that long. We will be doing a reset with the new rosters here as soon as the draft concludes in real life. So if you guys would be interested in joining that league, just hit us up in the comment box down there. My name's Lambo1919. You can hit me up on PSN. You can also find me on Twitter, Lambo1919. It's 1919191 on Twitter. So it's 191919 and then 1. And we can hook up on there and get you in touch with somebody who's running the CFM that might fit you. A lot of people tune into these broadcasts on YouTube, and they're just football junkies. And they might play Madden a little bit, and they don't even realize the communities that are out there when it comes to playing Madden and having an online CFM. This is the funnest thing you can do, man. This has just been an absolute blast for us. We've had ours going now for about 4 years. We've got a great group of guys, something that we really enjoy doing every year. So definitely get, whether it's this one or another one, get tied into a CFM and get in with guys that are like-minded as you. You may enjoy playing with no rules and people cheesing and stuff like that. If that's your cup of tea, awesome. For us, we're looking for a league and league members that people really focus on a simulation style, things that you would see on Sunday. That's what we want to see in the game. So we've had to develop rules over the years, and we've had to kick people out of the league, and we have people that come in and they only last for a week or two, and they say, hey, I don't like the rules. That's awesome. You're not what we're looking for, and this league's definitely not what you're looking for. So we just kind of part ways, and we're looking for just a handful of folks that are genuine about wanting to create a true NFL simulation style experience, and that's what we've done here. We play on all Madden, there's a lot of CPU games, but you'll see you play the CPU in our league, it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be a gimme, that's for sure, unless you're cheesing. And you start cheesing, that's when you're going to get called out. So it's definitely been a lot of fun. For sure. This right here, this doesn't look good at all. It looks like a 2-man under bump and run. It's going to be hard to hit Griffin. I may see if he can beat this bump and run right here out of the slot. If not, I'm just going to have to try to go to this drag route or scramble right. Let's see what happens. Definitely bump and run. Got a little defensive holding call. So we'll go ahead and accept that for me. Yep. Ironically enough, that was actually on Griffin too, so or the guy that was defending Griffin.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line.
This looks like single high to me. It's audible. I'm going to go with a slant drag combination. We got a little bit of a speed advantage, but he's playing so far off the ball, it's going to be hard to beat them over the top over there. So let's just see if, yeah, the drag just left him. Look at that. Very nice play.
That's a good job by the receiver, running the drag route across the field. These are not easy throws for the quarterback, but he sticks it right on him for the completion.
Close to the 2-minute warning now. Looks like a zone defense, probably a cover 2. Definitely blitz, and let's go to the screen.
Last play before the 2-minute warning.
Looks like it's there. Oh, just couldn't get the pass away, man. That was a huge play in the making right there. Just done a really good job of getting pressure on the quarterback before we could get rid of it.
The line of scrimmage, the 48. The Packers with an empty backfield look here.
Like a zone defense here. If that strong safety, if he slides to the right, to our right, I'm going to hammer this seam right here. Slides over. No, wasn't enough. They did fire the corner, so we had a sit route wide open. So the progression there was X, R1, circle, triangle, square. So it is possible to get through 5 reads if you're patient. That's something that I do take pride in, is actually reading the defense and throwing to the open guy, trying to understand exactly what the defense is running. Right here it looks like 2-man under. Let's see what the safeties do. They're staying at home, so it's definitely 2-man under. Or it could be a zone defense. They do a good job disguising that on this game. If it is a zone defense, and I've got a couple of options over here to the left. Let's see. Definitely zone. Actually, that was that new cover 2 sink look they put in the game.
Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this.
Let's go with our last toss of the half. Say, Lamb, why are you running, man? 30 yards out and only a minute 30 left. You got plenty of time. 3 timeouts. That might as well be 6 minutes on the clock. There's that stiff arm I was talking about.
Over 60 yards rushing on the ground.
Do the little things right. When you do those right, you get big victories. And doing it right is what this offensive player did that time. Had a chance to get out of bounds, stop the clock,
show him an
give
11
his
look.
offense more chances. Really good job by the offensive player.
See if we can catch them in some kind of a cover 2 and hit that seam, man. They played a lot of cover 3, Sky and Buzz.
Look out,
this game.
Changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive
Close.
side.
It's too much of a risk right now. We're going to keep checking it down. Look at that block. Very nice. Still no need to rush here. No need to call a timeout just yet. Let's go to a run here. We may call a timeout after this run. Just kind of get our feet back under us.
Now 1st and 10. Here's the handoff and they'll run. Ends up picking up 3 yards.
We got time.
He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
All right. Let's go to a read option.
2nd and 7 on the way.
Safeties are up. To me, this looks like bump and run. So I'm going to go with a play fake. Let's see if we can catch triangle on that crossing route. Let's watch the strong safety and see if he drops into the box. Comes flying into the box. Bam. All day long. Now, if I'd have come to the line right there and it looked like zone and those safeties were playing a little bit further back in the end zone, then I would have known, okay, that's a zone defense. That crossing route's going to be too risky because those zones are tightened up with a short field like that. But when you got man coverage, now you might as well say, okay, if the safety does fly down in the box, I'll have that crossing route clear on the other side. If the safety does not come down in the box, then I've got a flat safety route. If that's covered up for whatever reason, go ahead and scramble with the quarterback. Everything is dictated by the defense. And that's the way I prefer it. And I'm a firm believer that if as long as you read the defense properly and you have the right kind of plays called, there's going to be somebody open every single play. it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of you reading the defense correctly and not letting your user-controlled opponent outsmart you in that regard. Obviously a user-controlled player as opposed to a CPU player can make things happen a little bit different, a little less predictable in that regard. So you got to be a little more cautious when you're playing a user-controlled team, for sure.
Good job by the defense.
This defense has done an excellent job here in the first half. They're just going to milk the clock out and go into halftime limping. So, Week 17, the NFL Today CFM. We're going into halftime, beating the 7-8 Detroit Lions 21-0. This is the undefeated Green Bay Packers, looking to slide into the playoffs here and go on a little bit of a run. Guys, if you don't know who I am, I'm Lambo1919. I'm co-commish of the NFL Today CFM. We're a 16-user CFM. We focus on keeping the league moving at a very fast pace. My God, look at those offensive numbers for the Lions. Ugh, ugly. But we're focused on keeping things moving at a pretty rapid pace. We play on all Madden, so the CPU is somewhat of a challenge. And we really key in on keeping things moving and keeping everybody engaged. I know everybody on here, I'm sure, who's listening or watching later. You've been in the CFM where you literally get two draft classes before the next Madden drops. It's totally not what we're looking for. We're in now the year 2023, or maybe it's 2024. I've lost count, and we're really kept this thing moving all year long. It's a lot of fun being able to see players that you draft come through their entire career before the next Madden's even released. That's the whole purpose of CFM, in my opinion. So that's kind of what we key in on. We've got a great group of users. Like I said, our goal is to have 2 users per division. Now, if someone wants to use their favorite team and it just so happens there's already 2 people in that division and that puts 3 teams there, that's cool with us. We just kind of let people know coming in if we could have 2 users per division, that would keep things a nice little fresh rivalry going. So, look at that blocking. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, if you like simulation-style football, feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit like on the video. Also, if you'll scroll down through my videos, you'll see some Legends videos where I've put together some Legend rosters, and you can go in and kind of play with your favorite team, with some of the legendary players that have played in the past. It's really, really cool. It's something that EA hasn't put together for us, but we just took the initiative to do it ourselves. Man, that sucks this is coming back. We took the initiative to put those rosters together ourselves, so you would have something to use, and just kind of go back and play with some of the classic players. And basically how it's set up, we've got the top 100 players in the history of the NFL. They've all got a 99 rating. Every one of those 100 players are in the game. We've also got any Hall of Fame players are at least a 95 rating or above. And then we've got other players that played pretty significant roles for their teams, but wasn't quite Hall of Fame material. They're in the game as well. They may be anywhere from an 85 to a 90 rating.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. He's wide open for the grab.
All right, nice little second and long pickup there.
It's a first down.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down.
Something else that we're working on, guys, and if you would be interested, comment in the box below. Me and a buddy of mine, Big Red Mac, he's actually got his own gaming channel here on YouTube. It's called, if you just type in Big Red Mac Gaming and subscribe to his channel, we're going to be doing Madden podcasts for the future. And what I mean by Madden podcasts, we're going to be just covering what people want in the CFM mode. And moving forward, some changes you'd like to see take place in Madden. And really it's just an opportunity for us to kind of chat. There is a live call-in line that you can use, and we can kind of talk about Madden and really what are the do's and don'ts of CFM, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, and really how we can make it better. There's a lot of cool things that we have done as a CFM to add a little more immersion into our league. We do our own audio podcast. We do our own visual podcast on YouTube. We also have highlight reels that we put together for our teams. Just a lot of cool things that you can do with today's technology, for sure. and we really do take that stuff serious. It's something that's it's become a passion of ours. I don't like this at all. See the safety creeping in the box. I think we may burn a timeout here. Nah, let's do it. Let's try. Let's run. Run right into the teeth of that blitz, and you can see, should have called a timeout. You can see it coming.
And that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Games in the NFL can hinge.
All right, so we actually got a punt. Nice defensive stand by the Detroit Lions there.
How about that play that time by the defense? They stopped the 3rd and short
We
run.
could pin them deep here.
Now it's 4th down.
Not bad. We're up to 5. Now let's just turn the dogs loose. Anytime you get a 21-point lead, man, let's just turn the blitz loose on them. They may score, but let's hit their quarterback in the mouth every play. I like to kind of float deep, even though I am manned up on the running back. I like to float a little bit deeper and kind of take away some of those deep post routes that they put us in a predicament here.
He's got the catch, and he gains maybe 3.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes
And we have
completing
completely
short passes
dominated
like that does give
on
the
defense.
quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
The Packers with a nickel look here on defense. Will go Brown. And that gains 1.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
After that last run, it sets up 3rd and 6. The Lions will line up. 1st down markers right at the 15-yard line. The Packers come out in a dime package. Secures it with 2 hands.
Very nice play right there.
He'll step out.
Finally caught me. They finally seen the weak spot in that blitz I've been running.
There's nothing like a play-action pass when the offensive linemen make it look like it's a run. The linebackers are all near the line of scrimmage and easy to throw it down the field for that completion.
This next play coming from the 47-yard line. 1st down following the long play. Out of the eye. Here's the handoff. And he is tackled down at the 38-yard line.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
2nd and 1. Handoff made.
The Lions offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
3rd down now. They want to keep feeding him the football.
Oh, wow. Nice run there. So Detroit's starting to put a drive together here. You notice it is taking a lot of time off the clock, though. Really no worries at all of them making a comeback here. By the time they finish this drive, if they do score, we're going to be in the 4th quarter. I should be able to take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock, worst case scenario, and this thing's pretty much over. This is Week 17 of the NFL Today CFM, Week 17 of the year 2023, and about to go into another playoff here. And yeah, another cool postseason within our CFM. We've had an excellent time this year playing. We've got a great group of guys, and really enjoyed just kind of following along with each other's CFM. We got some really cool tools too. We got a Daddy League site. We've also got a GroupMe app that we use for communication purposes. And you know, you've got podcasts, anything you could think of that you would follow a real NFL team or a real, you know, the real NFL in general. We tried to duplicate within this, and it's not perfect, but we're still moving forward. Got some really cool features coming on. Got some really good ideas. Here pretty soon, we're going to be actually broadcasting the game of the week within our league, which basically means you can tune into a YouTube channel. We'll be showing a live shot of either a live or an archive version of the game of the week that we have for the NFL today that particular week. And me and another guy, it might be Big Red Mac, it may be someone else, will be calling the game and actually giving you live broadcast feedback of what's going on. Just touch on some stats, add in a few nuggets that obviously EA are too lazy to put into the game. Just talk about playoff picture, talk about maybe if there's a league-leading quarterback that's playing in that game, cover a little bit of his numbers for the season, stuff like that, just to add a little bit more immersion. And this is how we pass our time, man. This is what we do. We really enjoy. To me, there's nothing better than hanging out, cooking dinner, winding down for the evening, having a cold beer, and watching a live broadcast of somebody who's playing in our league. Maybe it's somebody that you got an opponent that's coming up here in the near future, or something like that. So it's just a lot of fun. A really cool way to keep up. There's a big third down conversion there on that play.
The offense picks up another first down and extends this drive.
They are, Jim, they're marching down the field, and I give all the credit to the offensive line. They are dominating the defense right now.
First and goal. Takes it on the counter. Nothing really seems to be going
There's
right
Dre
for this
Patrick
guy
with the hit. That's a guy that I actually drafted in the 5th round. He ended up being drafting him in the 5th round. He was like the 30th best prospect in the draft. He's now my starting outside linebacker. What's really cool is paying him an average of about $500,000 a year, and he's right at a 90 overall rating because of his draft stock. That's the perks of actually doing some scouting, some late round scouting. There are some gems in there that are hard to find, but when you do find one, it really helps your team out here in the CFM mode. He's been just crucial to me transitioning away from Julius Peppers retiring, as well as Clay Matthews retiring a little bit later in the CFM as well. So really nice to pick him up. He's been a great player. You get the screen pass, blew it up.
He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice job that time by the defense, knowing the situation. Go ahead.
All right, we get a 4th and goal from the 12. I'm just going to fire a blitz on him. I'm not going to go to coverage. I'm not going to go to zone. We're just going to see if we can get to the quarterback. I'm actually going to do bump and run, too. Let's see what happens. What do we got to lose, right? I'm going to watch this slant off the left side. There's a lot of space over there. All right, we got pressure. Very nice defense. We have shut Detroit's offense down. My goodness. I mean, this really, when you look at stats, there hasn't been a lot of offensive stats. It's something that's been kind of low scoring. I know I'm up 21-0, but typically I'm dropping about 40 points a game. So this has been something that's kind of an odd matchup for sure. I don't know why they held the fullback. This is what I'm talking about. We got to look at this. Let's get negative for a second. This is the shit that EA does that I just don't understand. Yeah, you got unlimited MUT cards and MUT updates and draft champions and things that you can buy and purchase. EA, I would pay extra for you to fix this shit. Like, what's he doing? What's the fullback? As soon as it's snapped and he turns sideways, I know what's going on. This has happened 1,000 times to me. For whatever reason, the fullback decides I'm just going to strafe and not touch anybody. He actually hits the guy who's being blocked. He's keyed in on him rather than this linebacker. It's just unbelievable. It's bad enough that 65 completely ignores him, but Sherman, literally I had to let off of the speed burst to make sure I didn't run over Sherman because he's moving so slow doing that damn strafe. It's a toss play. Why is this guy just taking his time? He's got to get out there and set the edge. If he gets out there and sets the edge, I can outrun that backer. But I just don't understand it, man. That's things that things that they got right on Super Nintendo's Madden. It just doesn't make sense. So, anyway, rant. That's the end of rant.
Defense now is going to go nickel.
This looks like 2-man under here. Let's see what we can do. Nope, zone defense. Try to bust the seam. Drop it. The safer bet there would have been to hit the corner route because the strong safety committed to the middle of the field. I just missed the read there for sure.
Well, I'm just saying that
Let's do a similar passing concept, different play, different formation. Let's go with a smash concept here.
3rd and 13.
We're gonna bomb it. Got some speed out there. Overthrown.
The Packers don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw. Looking to make a difference. Brought down right at the 50. And a run back of about 9.
The Lions have to take over here on offense, partner, and this team has to have a little chip on the shoulder right now after going for it on 4th down last time deep in the opponent's
This one is
territory.
pretty much in the bag.
They have a chip on their shoulders because the defense just flat out whipped them.
See if we can lock down the shutout.
You got to be tougher if you want to pick up 4th down situations.
I know there are a lot of people right now still wondering why didn't they just kick the football and go for the 3.
Well, when you start listening to the fans, next thing you know, Jim, you're sitting next to them. So you got to do what you think is right. That's what the coach did. I do not disagree with what he did.
Just completely annihilated that slant pattern. Let's get another look at that. You can see I'm user controlling the safety in the middle. As soon as I drop back, there's no deep threat. The running back's staying in the block. So now I'm just looking, okay, where's he going with the ball? You see him going this direction and just bam. Actually took the other defender off his feet. That's pretty cool. All right, I am going to do a definitely going to do a short video clip of this. Nice.
By the defender, he gets to the receiver
Love those
just
big
as
hits.
the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
2nd down and 10. He has the grab. He's going to be tackled right around the 42-yard line. 3rd catch today so far.
You can only take what the defense gives you. Even though the offense is down here in the 4th quarter, they throw it short. That was a smart play.
The Packers with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime.
Now the defensive line is shifting to the right.
Has the grab. And he's on the sidelines and out of bounds.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time. He throws it down the field for another completion.
1st and 10. That's a ball that should have been caught.
Sometimes you wonder how can they drop passes in the NFL, college football, or high school, because the gloves these receivers wear, they are magnificent when it comes to helping you catch the football. So that's a big drop. When you get open, you got to make the catch.
Out of the shotgun.
There's that corner route. That's the weak spot of this defense for sure.
What a good job of the quarterback.
Again, guys, this is Lambo 1919 with the NFL Today CFM. Hope you've enjoyed this video. We're about to wrap up here, wrapping up another season. If you'd like to keep up with the playoffs, we're going to be broadcasting those very soon. Big sack by Vaughn. He's had a nice day. Very nice game. Yeah, just look for us, within these videos down here. Also look for on the comment box. You may see some guys from our CFM actually post on these videos. Definitely hook up with them. Subscribe to their YouTube channels. You can keep up with what our league's doing. All the time. We're going to continue this thing until after the NFL draft, and once the draft concludes, we're actually going to be resetting with the new rosters. And we'll be running another CFM up till the release of Madden 17. So feel free to follow along if you're interested in joining. We have a couple of slots available right now. We'd love to have you join. However, we would have to go through a process of just getting you some rules and seeing if it's something that would match up with what we're doing, because we are very different from other leagues. We play very simulation style. We don't do a lot of cheesing, anything like that. So just want to make sure we don't waste each other's time for sure. But if you're interested in joining, hit me up on here. Lambo1919 is my channel. Obviously the Twitter feed's somewhat similar. It's Lambo191919-1. And then you've also got a nice interception there. Here we go. Let's see if we can house it. No, it didn't happen. And you can also find me on PSN at Lambo1919. So, like I said, appreciate you guys joining in, watching the video. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, and like I said, look for some of the other guys that may be commenting in the boxes below underneath these videos, or guys that are a part of our league, and give those guys a subscription, a follow as well. They're doing the same type of stuff, simulation style football. Follow along, check out our CFM. We've also got some historic rosters. If you're interested in that, comment in the box below. We'll get you some information to get you those rosters. If you like playing with some of the old school players, just let us know.
First down at the 21. Reaches out and grabs it.
And this one is pretty much over. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Feel free to finish watching the video. Been a pleasure. Again, my name's Lambo1919. Look for me on PSN. Subscribe to this channel. If you got any questions, chat in the box below. Y'all have a great day.
After that grab, it's now 2nd down and 2. It's a too tight end formation. Here's the handoff.
Well, that's just the right. To make in this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius and catch the defense off guard. Manage the clock and just get this game over with.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. The Lions defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense, trying to power his way right up the middle. And now looking at these numbers, it's quite a drop-off for this back who really played well just a week ago.
You know, Jim, it's hard to run the football consistently in the NFL. We know that. And also, think about this. Running backs, they get beat up so much, it's hard for them to come out and be at the top of their game every single week.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
They call his number once more. That picks up 7.
Holding offense.
The defense accepts the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
The Lions sat at the line. Dime package. They'll run it off the toss. Gets about 9 on the play. He's now over 80 yards rushing on the day.
Phil, we last saw an undefeated regular season out of the Patriots back in 2007, and now we have another one.
You know, Jim, we do. We saw that one, and it's amazing it's not talked about. We know why it's not ever talked about, because they did not win the Super Bowl. So if this team doesn't go on and win the Super Bowl, nobody's going to care. They're just going to say it was just another season where you lost before the Super Bowl was over.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long.